Despair. Ooh, that's a beauty right there. Holy cow. Damn. That's a beauty. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War review video. We are on beatbox 11? I think it's 11. I could be wrong though. Wanting a review after a few months or a few years. He got a review a long time ago. After a year and 4 months. Okay, this account owner came back asking for another review, so let's go check this out. His record for Arena is P2. That seems a little low, but he does live in the East Coast, it seems like. I mean, while I was talking with him, I kind of guessed his time zone, because when I contacted him at around 7, he said that he's gonna be sleeping soon, which was 10. So it's a little harder to rush in the East Coast for sure, because it's much later. World Arena is still F3, so he hasn't been playing even after the change. Especially against Challenger 3, he was in a G2, G3 Siege. He did say that if anything, he wants a review in Siege, but what am I supposed to say in Siege? I haven't been playing high-level Siege for such a long time. Trust me though, as a content creator, I think it's much better not to play high-level Siege because there's just so much drama. I feel a lot better not playing that thing. I'm hoping I could tell him that he should play RTA. You know what? I was a player that didn't like RTA much because it was extremely stressful, but there's some fun into it. I think it's fun to find out new comps. Yes, you do get the occasional losing due to a violent proc, because there are games where either the opponent procs way too many times, or you do win sometimes because you proc too many times. There are a couple games where there's no in between, so the other player will just win due to that occurrence. But I get that as well, so you can't really complain too much about it. I want to say that 70% of it you do see somewhat of a balance, but it definitely destroys the enjoyment in RTA whenever you encounter that. He definitely has all the fast dungeon teams, Steel Fortress. Okay, 42 seconds a little slow. If he wants to work on it, maybe just work on that so that he could get that max scouting feature for it. And then for solo R5, it looks like he's just doing the regular R5, which is fine. I'm hoping to see decent improvement. A year and 4 months, even I got decent improvement. I have to say, I've gotten many of my better runes the past year or so. Let's go look at his box. So he has Isis and the Vermilion Bird Dancer. I think this unit is definitely fun in RTA. This is fun for Arena. I don't know why that's the what do you call this? The leader of your account. Anyhow, are those the 2 LD5s that you have? Do you have Deborah? No Deborah. Unfortunate. Light. So we do see that Isis, and yeah, that's it. That's it. You missing anything in the wind compartment? Okay, you got the wind Gandalf. I do think people will play with this unit. I think he got an interesting buff. He does have Arfina. He also has Erishion. Aya, perfect for RTA. I'm going to be looking mostly into RTA and Arena because that's what I play the most. And then Siege, I'll try to comment on it, but trust me, I'm definitely flaky in that sense. Layla, Pyeongchar, Shahat, Sonya. Okay, anything crucial that he's missing? Not that I really see. Maybe Wind Monkey, because it is a popular first pick right now. For water, no. Oh, he does have the water Gandalf too. It did get nerfed, and apparently it is much weaker than a lot of high level players anticipated. But still, people have it ruined up because it's decent. It's not like OP, but it feels still decent. Definitely a 4th, 5th pick. We see Lamelia. We also see Aya, perfect for a dot team. There's the Water Warner as well, which is Jorgen. Oh, he got both. Okay. Regna's there. Again, anything crucial that he is missing here? Oh, Josephine is really big actually. Josephine is pretty in meta right now because of so much control. Unfortunate that you don't have her. For fire, no fire Legolas, unfortunately. I still want that unit. You do have to fire Inosuke, another meta unit right there. You do have the Tetsuya, that's great. You do have Tricks, which is also strong. Yeah, I think you have a lot of great units. So I'm seeing a lot of things that you could do for RTA, a lot of things that you could pick up. I would advise you to play it, but we'll check out the runes. I mean, just looking at this, it doesn't look bad at all. It's extremely tanky, and it's without artifacts, so that says something. Should we look at the relics? Did you get anything? Oh my goodness, you got a plus 12 here. That's actually really good. Holy cow. He got the one with the 750 attack, and it does more damage. This is a perfect rune for like Sonya. Well, any damage dealer really, so for Arena too. And what's a high attack damage dealer in RTA? I guess things like, well, like I said, Sonya, Dark Demon if you ever get it. 1 damage, so if you have like 1,500 attack, so even like Water Monkey, if you could get a really efficient one, has decent attack. Yeah, there's a couple things. I mean, by this being plus 12, this requirement is very low, 750, so I'm pretty sure you could take advantage of that. That's really good. And then you have a tanky one as well. Not bad at all. I like what you have. Let's go look at runes. Swift, how fast are you? 26, which could be 27. So there are options for slot 1 that could be better than your fastest rune right now. 28 on slot 3. Okay. Not horrible. 29. Yeah, not horrible, but not really strong. It looks like maybe max 2 decently fast units. Looks like you're also lacking grinds, so you should work on that. But yeah, I think 2 is gonna be like the limit. Maybe 3 if you want to add one to a high base unit, but I think you're gonna be using it on mostly high base units anyways. Despair. Ooh, that's a beauty right there. Holy cow. Damn. That's a beauty. Then 28, another 27. Despair looks a lot stronger. It looks like you're farming a lot of that Dimensional Dungeon, the fairy one. I like that one too. I still need to farm a lot of it. I have been searching for any HP grind and I am not getting any luck. I have 2 runes that I have to focus on. Even this could be 31. Whew, man. I don't know why you're not making this 31. I would make it 31. But it is a defense percent, which is not the most optimal, but still, it's still tanky. 28, which could be 29. A lot of great units on the Despair. So, oh my goodness, another 31. Another 30. Dude, but what is it being all on defense? He's the defense percent king. And the 28 on HP. Unfortunate, to be frank. Let's look at Vio. 29. Okay, it looks like Swift is probably your weakest, but we'll have to look at Will as well. 28. 28 as well. Okay, the HP is a little lacking on this slot. Oh, never mind. Hey. That's another beauty right there. Unfortunately, it looks like a roll went into flat defense. What would you get rid of? You could get rid of defense for a higher defense percent, or you could get rid of crit rate for attack percent. It's really up to you. If you're an efficiency chaser like me, I would most likely get rid of the crit rate, but some people might argue like, what's with that, flat defense, just get rid of that and put the attack percent. But it's really personal preference. Another decent crit rate rune. 28, 25. Unfortunately, after 1 or 2 runes, it does get pretty weak. At least for now, it looks like Despair is a lot stronger than everything else. Or is Will going to be the strongest one? I doubt it because people farm Necro the least. Yeah, 25. Definitely the weakest. 29 though. Okay, another 27. Slot 3 is really strong. Another 27. 29. This is an ancient rune? Yeah, it could be 30. I went for 30s on runes like this. So you're going to see a couple of mine if you guys recall. If you guys recall, I put +6s on runes like this. I like immediate improvement, so 32, that's a very good one too. But it's a accuracy rune. Well, that's fine actually, because units like Sekhmet or Trix, they all benefit from a slot 6 accuracy rune with really high speed. It's just the downfall is that the higher you climb in RTA, I believe most people do go for or strive for HP percent or defense percent, mostly HP percent because effective HP or just being really tanky and HP is really beneficial in the match as it brings in a lot of survivability. And I'm not saying I'm saying HP percent for that, not defense percent, because a lot of high level players put additional damage in their artifacts and that ignores defense. So it's a lot more effective if you're against units that are ruined on a slot 6 defense percent or even a slot 4 defense percent, because the damage is like, yeah, that's why HP is more preferred, essentially. I think Will's the weakest. I'll work on that, and then I'll work on Swift, most likely. I do think I would continue doing R5. It's really quite, I think all these sets can use work, because definitely some seem lacking. Some I would put a +5 speed. I would put legend grinds essentially all around to make them efficient, because a lot of them, although they're not like the quickest, if they're over 20 speed, I think they could be made into a beauty. I have a lot of those runes. I wish I could is there a good example of that? Like, you could look at the score, you could tell. Like, given this, if you get a +10 and +5, it'll go over 200. I think over 200 is like a base point for me for a very good rune. For me to, and usable in RTA. If this has 25 or 26 speed and then, you know, 21 HP or 20% HP, this rune is effectively extremely usable. So you could, it's a pretty good good candidate that swap will pull when you're building your RTA units, because it's trying to find the best build. This is also decent, but I think max will be like a little over 185 maybe 185, because it's harder to get something higher than this. This too, if you get +10, easily over 200. So that's what I strive for. I strive to make all of these better runes efficient as possible. Like, I'm not gonna nitpick if it lands a 9 for a legend grind, because that's only 1% off. But if it's an 8, if I have an abundance of it, or if I don't have any other candidates where I could use that grind, I think I'll go for that 1 or 2%. Highly likely I would love the 2%, because yeah, even getting that 1% kind of adds up, because there are 6 runes on a unit. So that's effectively, if I get 1% each, that's 6%, and that adds up. If it's 2% each, that's 12%, and we could all agree that adds up a lot too. It's not really it's a range between 5 to 12. 12 is hard because that's assuming you're getting, like, for example, HP on all of the runes. But if you're using a slot 4 and 6 HP rune, you can't really put HP percent there, right? So then effectively the max you get is 8%. So yeah, I'm just throwing out numbers, but it's a range. It's between probably 5 and 12% depending on how they are runed. But yeah, I'll work on Will and Swift and R5. For Arena, I definitely think you could get G1 Guardian easily. I don't know about this defense. This defense looks really weak. Get rid of all those. Do you have Jin Kazama? Try my best to remember Jin Kazama. The way you pronounce it. It looks like he doesn't have it, unfortunately. Orfina works pretty well. The problem is, if you bring in Orfina, you need some other type of control, because you don't want to get absolutely outsped. Or you could go like super tanky. Best is having Jin Kazama. Or Kai, the Fire Kai, which unfortunately you do not have. Did you have Leo? You did. If you go with Leo, like that, I don't know if Orfina is good here, but if you do use Orfina, this is just a stall defense. I think it will definitely work in a rush. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, I think it'll work well. Just make everything tanky, make sure that it's Pungback proof, and I think you'll get some wins. If you don't like that, oh man, I really don't like putting Pyeongchar and Triton together though. Did you even have Triton? I think you did. I'm so wrong, you didn't have Triton. Then what can you do? You could either do that or go super aggressive. I think even with Samath, I've recently enjoyed aggressive ADs as well in the improvements, and on mine, oh, never mind, he can't even make it. So it has to be this. It has to be that. I guess you put in Juno as well, and you just put Camila. Dude, I don't want to go with that defense though. Crap. Damn. I don't know. There isn't a good option. I would go with just the tanky one. Just make. Oh wait, you had this. I mean, what? How is it different than putting in Camila? He doesn't even have Camila. What am I saying? So maybe I'll do something like this. Yeah, you could change the Juno with Vero, I guess. I like Perjanya in the defense because it's naturally a stall just due to its passive. So if you wanted to really have it more consistent being a stall, then put it on 100 res. If not, then just make it fast tanky going after your strippers, and I think you should do well. But if you're not fast enough, and I'm gonna guess you're not going to be, unless you could be able to make Juno like 270, 280. Might be possible. Remember to put your artifacts, man. Then you might see more success, because then she will outspeed a lot of Tianas because you have a 33 lead. A lot of people bring Tiana with no speed lead to deal with tankier defenses, and frankly, this is going to be a tankier defense. In that case, if your Juno does outspeed and gets a lucky stun, then it could be annoying for them. But you can't always rely on that. Remember, it's a AoE despair stun that you're betting on, which technically should be what, 25% or 15%, something like that. But that's the defense I would make. And then for offense, this is fine. I also like a Zeros defense. I mean, a Zeros offense. You don't have Zeros though? Oh, he was actually missing a lot of stuff. I'll make a Trix. I like this as well. I use it a lot against ADs that are really aggressive. They don't have any sustain and some control. I'm guessing because you don't have Zeros, that is your best bet as a damage dealer. And when I say that, I mean... yeah, I mean Alicia. Alicia's a good damage dealer. She's just weaker against Camila. Oh, you do have Camila. Damn, I was blind. Is there anything else? I really don't think I'll run anything else. I think these three or just these four is what I'll run. You did have Erishion, right? Or did you? If you had Erishion, you could make a fast defense. You can make a fast offense too if you have Erishion. He does not have Erishion. Okay. So really there's that. I think that's fine. Yep. I'll run something like those. I think these three or these four, it's more than enough for you to get G1 really. And then for RTA, with your Rune quality, you should easily get P1. The question is, can you get out of P1? If you look at the box, I'm going to assume that I could change this box. I like what you have picked out, but it still seems like a little too much. So let's make it even less so it doesn't hinder you from ruining too many things. I'm going to choose out the meta things that I've seen while climbing. So I think a few are easy to use. I think Water Gandalf is still extremely easy to use, so I'll definitely bring that out. Tetsuya is my go-to pick. Chao is a go-to pick. Hagen will ever be something that I have ruined up. Juno, like Leo, Kapsu, Vero. Okay, these are like the first sure stuff that I'll have ruined up. So that's why I'm picking them right now. I'll pick the Dark Vermilion Bird Dancer, but at the same time, I think this is also a good pick to have because there's sometimes a lot of people that bring in passives. I will have an Irie ruined up. I will have a more ruined up. Abelio is a good one to rune up as well because it brings them survivability. Trix is something I'll definitely use. Now for fire damage dealer, there's a couple. I mean, Masha's fine. It's just that she's really vulnerable against Water Monkey. So I like something tankier. So I like Carnal over that. But I've seen people use water. But I've seen people using Masha really well. So don't think that's a bad pick. Aya, Layla, Shot Hot, all great picks. Diana for sure. And I think that's it. Definitely those are the things I'll play with. 20 units. So I really didn't decrease his box too much. But I think this is the box that I'll work with. And I think, yeah, I think I'll practice with this. Didn't I see Fire Inosuke? I feel like Fire Inosuke will be a great addition too. Huh. Why don't I see Fire Inosuke? Did you feed it? I won't blame you because he was really bad. But it'll suck that if you fed a... Oh, you can't feed it. You can't. Because you can't feed non-dupes anymore. Where is it? I don't know. Maybe he used it as skill ups. I'm not too sure. But let's just say these are the stuff I'll use for RTA. First pick is Tetsuya, most likely. Yeah, if Tetsuya gets taken, I don't really know what first pick you'll go, because you don't have another speed lead. You're going to totally second turn. So if you don't like that, you can rune up the Moor as a fast Moor rather than being a counter. To be fair. Yeah, but having one speed lead is not that great, unfortunately. But you can still get away with it. Having speed lead doesn't mean you always win. And again, if you're using Tetsuya, you might want to look at the Tetsuya. When I say Tetsuya, it's Megumi. The name is Tetsuya, right? Though, yeah. So if you're gonna use the Megumi, the Fire Megumi, I would look at the Orfina tech. It's kind of hard to get used to, and you have to definitely look at some gameplay. But these two interact really well, so I think if you learn it, you'll see some success with it as well. I don't have Orfina, so I can't really do this. But if I do pull her, I'll definitely try it out as well. So effectively, it's again 21 units, but it's a little different. Okay, and then we go for Siege. If you're in G3, I'm not going to speak about it too much because obviously you do want to contest tournament. It looks like you're in G2 right now. You won. I'll just look at your comp. You only have 2 defenses. Yeah, see, I saw this unit a lot in other people G3 Siege videos, but I thought Shumar was dead. It looks like his isn't being used. This one's interesting as well. How is it doing? Is it not being used at all? It's not being used at all. Okay. Are you actually a member that hits? It looks like he's not a member that hits, or he just got into the guild. I'm not too sure. Yeah, he's not in the roster right now. He's not in the roster. He's just in the guild. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Do you have a lot of offenses? Yeah, it kind of sucks that you don't have Zera, so you're kind of limited in that, right? So this one's fine. This one's fine as well. I know that we see a lot of Tomoe offense. Tomoe with Tricks and Amber, and it hits really hard, so I think I'll run that. I think it's a good offense. Tomoe, Tricks, and Amber. Yep, so I'll definitely have this selected. Looks like you don't have it, so that's good. I'm just gonna give you a little more options because I see that you don't have them set. So that's a good one. What else is another good one? Did you have Claire? Hanging with the daughters works really well as well. It looks like you don't have Claire. I'm just looking for cleaves, guys. But this is gonna be G2, G3, so I don't know if his guild allows him to do cleaves. Because I know that certain guilds like kind of prohibit from just cleaving. Because it's just a hit or miss, it's a rune quality check. See, I don't know how much this works in G3 right now. Like, I don't know if there's anything they could hit with this, but maybe if there's an opening, who knows? But I think he definitely has most of the cleaves that he can run. He's missing a lot of units, unfortunately. You know, using Gandalf in the offense seems pretty good too. Yeah, a little unfortunate, but I think that's the case. Maybe you could make an interesting siege offense with Nobara. If you could go into a defense that has like dots or some kind of control, taking Nobara will definitely give you the win. I mean, I could say you can make a Kinky with Conrad and the Water Robo, because that could work as a certain cleave as well. But again, it's like a rune check. Are you using Ringna? Ringna's good cleave as well. Looks like you're not. So if you outspeed, Ringna does a lot of damage too. Sometimes Sonya is not a good option because Sonya has a condition where you have to have higher attack and stuff for you to ignore defense, whereas Reyna does not have that. It's just you just have to be quicker, right? Yeah, you just have to be quicker. So sometimes she is a better pick over Sonya, and you can just put that there. But I think those are the couple additions that I'll have. I added 3 more. It looks like a lot of these are not runed up, or I don't know if they are, and they're like they're switching up runes. But I thought you didn't have to do that anymore, for the offensive decks at least. I'm not too sure because again, I'm not really into Siege right now. I haven't been playing a whole lot. But yeah, that's it for this review, guys. I think he's doing well. I do see improvement. I think his rune quality was definitely decent for the ranks that he currently has for Arena and RTA. But his box seems a little lacking. It looks like he's missing certain units. Like even for RTA, we didn't see Water Monkey. That's another meta unit. Josephine was spoken about. Annabelle is a big one too. Yeah, not having those units are unfortunate. I'm wondering if he just has them stored here. Oh, wait. He does have Claire. He does have Erishion. So he definitely has a lot more options. He does have the Annabelle. So there's a lot of things that he would want to build. Yeah. I think Erishion. This is for Arena if you're on the fast defense. Oh, you have Pungbeg too. I'll definitely build that. No Zeros, unfortunately. Anything else that you would build for RTA specifically? You could argue even the Molong, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I think I'll at least build these 4 for Arena and RTA. And then we could also look at a summon stuff. Maybe it's here. Yeah, I will build this. Oh my, what the heck? Huh? Why are you not building these units? Yeah, I mean, if these were all built, I think you would have a little more options, especially for RTA. Yeah, but I don't know what his thought process is. Here's the Samath if he wants to make a more aggressive Arena defense. But again, if he's not using it, he's not using it. So if I were you, I would definitely make these blessings because there are a few things that you would want to pull. There's a couple more Nat 5s that I think that will benefit you from the box. Yeah, like Water Monkey will be great here, knowing that you don't. Oh, you have Water Monkey. Am I blind? Did I not see Water Monkey? Oh, he's right there. Dude, what the heck is wrong with me? I can't be more dumb. I'm gonna get a comment saying, dude, the Water Monkey's right there. Juno, you're freaking blind. Wow. So there's your speed threat right there, your Swift unit. And Inosuke, and see, these 3 definitely a make for the current meta. I'll put them in. But that was it for this review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want account reviews like this, please join my Patreon. If you guys want account improvements, please join my Discord, where you swap to build some of the offenses that I talked about in this video, your RTA team and such, with the best builds that your account can manage. But that was it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.